This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of A Wonderful World. In the last episode, oops, I had my thing set up, and in the last episode we dealt with the detective and Alicia, Carl's sister. She got out and he was able to succeed in the case with very minimal wounding. So back now that we've got that information finished up, now we might be able to finally get complete this ranking so far. And hopefully these new decisions will change a few things up. Now I think some things changed now because of that. So let's go with this decision first. See what we unlock this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, no. It was total chaos in front of the burning building. Fire trucks, firemen, fire hoses. The fire department had taken charge of the situation. I walked up to a fireman nearby and asked if there was anything I could do to help. Foreigner. He asked us, he looked at me. You really shouldn't stay here. If we don't put out this fire today, we're gonna die 1,000 deaths. We've read this before. You are new here. This is the headquarters of the Black Dragon Gang, the most powerful gang in the area. Yes, a gang of bad people. There are gangs in your country, right? So if you stay away, leave, just let me get some soda or something. Whoops. No, back on. No. Did I miss a day at school somewhere? Okay, I need to re-look at that just because it had a dial, but for some reason, oh, maybe it wasn't the it wasn't one of those I could look up. Never mind, it's just saying what it was. Okay, so unlock something. So I got the C ending for him, so now I just need the A and S. Although we didn't get anything from him. I still have a gray block though, so I don't know if I can. I guess we'll have to see what happens. So, okay. Wait, well, let's try. Let's just try putting the cell phone ring. I don't think I did that last time. Or, no, I think I did, but now that we have some new information from Bang's quest or whatever, it should give us a different result. Who the hell be calling me at this godforsaken moment? I turn around and answer the phone quietly. It was Lieutenant Kang. Oh yeah, I think before, was it Lieutenant Kang before, or was... No, it was someone just saying, hey, something happened at the precinct or whatever, you need to come back. So this time it's different. Lieutenant Kang. Lieutenant briefly asked me about the situation, told me to hand the phone over to the husband. It was the Booming Gang? Or Bungman Gang? What? Is it true? My oh my, that's wonderful. Thank you. He hung up the phone, dropped the knife, and hugged his wife, sobbing uncontrollably. So it's all okay now. We can have our lives back. You just threatened your wife with a knife? Yeah, you're not getting your life back after that. Well, she's not going to stick with you after that. There is divorce in China, you know. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. It was all my fault. What just happened? I took my phone back from the man, confused. A strong gust of wind blew past us, and the man lost his balance. I quickly reacted, took a big step forward and grabbed him, trying to pull him back. But I was pulled over instead. We fell off the ledge together, the world spinning. It was 10 floors off the ground. No one survived. We hit the... That's really stupid. The whole situation's like taken care of, and then a gust of wind knocks you off. Although, I mean, at that height, the wind probably be strong enough, but still, that seems like a stupid way to die. I swung my right arm out as hard as I could towards the roof ledge. Something flew out of my coat. It was a white ribbon I had wrapped around my forearm with a small spearhead tied to its end. Really? We're going with that now? Alright, whatever. It's almost anime, really. The spearhead wrapped around the metal bar at the ledge a few times and tightened the ribbon. It was my secret weapon. I called it my tail. Alright, furry. No, just kidding. For a moment, it let out a sigh of relief, thinking that we were safe. But the bar couldn't hold our weight and began to bend. I tightened my left fist and grabbed the man's shirt harder. I burned the last drop of energy inside me with all of the adrenaline I had and forced every single muscle cell to release all of its power. Justice was not something I only talked about. I threw him up towards the roof. We quickly moving away from each other in opposite directions. The metal bar finally gave out and as torn away from the concrete on the ledge, I began falling with it. I could hear the wind gushing in my ears. Numerous visions were flashing in front of my eyes like a horse lamp of my life. Horse lamp, a kind of Chinese traditional lamp, also known as a running horse lamp. I think I've seen these before. According to the available historical records, it originates in the Southern Song Dynasty, referring to as a horse riding lamp at the time. The lamp includes a candle in the center of it. When lit, the heat generates when the candle drives the spinning of the center wheel. The pictures on the lampshades will also start spinning, creating a very basic animation. In the early days, the pictures usually depicted general riding on a horse, hence the name. According to I Ching, when someone is facing immediate death, one's entire life might flash in front of their eyes, like a horse lamp. In modern days, some refer to something that is stuck in a loop as a horse lamp, too, such as horse lamp news or horse lamp numbers. Must be regional. Whoops. I could see my father, my mother, my master, and the big brother had planted the seed of justice in my heart. I could feel the solid concrete break every bone in my body. Didn't hurt as much as expected, though. Then I felt warm fluids coming out of every part of my body. All for one indeed. And he died. Just because his cell phone rang, huh? What does that unlock? That didn't unlock the, that end. Of course, that's grayed out, which means I can't access it. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Wait, why is that? Oh, because of that. Okay, gotcha. Alright, okay, let's try that again to get a different ending this time. Let's see. Let's try... Okay. Haven't I done one where it was all one side or the other? I think? Okay, I don't remember if I did that. That was... oops. Doesn't really matter, I think, in this case. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the one where you get rank in D. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's try... Cell phone Sony ring. Walk over there. And fell to the ground, maybe? Let's see what that gets. That gets something, or at least it gets something with Carlos, anyway. Someone quickly ran past me and bumped into my arm. My phone was knocked out of my hands. It stopped at another man's feet. The fire truck had yet to arrive. However, this man in a black trench coat seemed to have summoned a lot of people to put out the fire. He picked up my phone with his left hand. It was ringing with a joyful ringtone, and a little cartoon lamb was dancing happily on the screen. Wait, is that... I'm trying to remember what the tune's called. The man had tossed my phone back to me. I lost myself in the melody of Little Lamb Billy. Oh, that is a little... Is that Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb? Mary, little lamb, little lamb was a piece of last note. It was Alicia's favorite song, and she used to sing it to me all the time. But I didn't realize I'd forgotten to answer the phone until it stopped ringing. I called back her Auntie Bernita. She was calling from a convenience store and going to pack. She wanted to check if I had any news about my sister. She told me to let her know as soon as I found out. Her, besides Alicia, Auntie Bernita was really the kindest person I'd ever met. Once I had a real job and become rich, I promised I'd be taking care of her in the orphanage. I left the crowd and walked to the next street, asking the pedestrians about Alicia. That gets us the A ending? Okay, so... Yeah, I still don't... Yeah, and you can tell that one's grayed out because a timeline has changed, so that's why... At least from what the guide, from what the dog described to me, I couldn't access it unless I did something different. Although I've noticed if you get S ranks on both characters, it doesn't let you go back to old, like it won't let you set the path differently, if that makes sense. Like you can't just go back and redo it and change it because it doesn't stick. So I wonder if that's something I have to wait till later to reset. Maybe for other missions it'll let me stick it, because every time I try to redo it and change it from like rank A to rank B, and when I back out of the screen it sets it to rank S, because I guess that's the endings you want to get. So oh well. All right, well let's get the try to get their S rank endings at least. Now I'll try to figure out how to get that his other thing later maybe, because really the S ranks are really the only thing I really need to get when you think about it. So okay, so in this case let's try let's try that, because then when the cell phone rang and then the fire truck was there, he won't crush all his bones. I think that'll work. That should get us their S rank endings. That sounds about right. Someone quickly ran past me and bumped into my arm. My phone was knocked out of my hand and stopped at another man's feet. The fire trucks hadn't arrived yet. However, this man in a trench coat just summoned up a lot of people. He picked up my phone with his left hand and saw my sister's picture. Then he asked me in English what my relationship was to her. Would it be in Spanish? But anyway. Then again, I mean, you can learn English in Mexico. It's just, anyway. There was no expression on his face the entire time. After hearing my explanation, he tossed the phone back to me. Then he said, "Come back here tomorrow." You know my sister. I walked up to him in excitement, but a huge man in a black suit stopped me. The man in the trench coat looked like he was going to wasn't going to answer any of my questions. He turned his attention back to his men in the fire. The suit guy seemed like he was twice my size. He looked down upon me. I could see a deep scar on his face. Fine, I would come back tomorrow. Still, I never thought I'd find a clue about Alicia just like this. Not like this. The Lord must be blessing us. Still, we would soon meet again. I just knew it. Who the hell be calling me at the... Okay, that's probably going to be a while until we hit the fire truck thing. Yeah, Bung Gang. Can't make fun of that at all. Nope, not going to make fun of it. Okay, I'm going to make fun of it. I'm subbing. It's all okay. I almost killed you, but we'll just get over it. Right, okay. I lost my balance. I assume we just need to play this until we hit the... after he re-released the tail or whatever it is to save the man, and then we get pulled out, and then we die. Yeah, it's kind of funny how this whole epic scene about him saving the dude with his tail or whatever, and then then he falls to his death. So I forced him. Justice! There. And that's where I fall. This is my justice. Oh, and then because the fire truck saves him, so yay, we got the S-ranks. Yeah, I'm still missing that little one there, but oh well. I'll try to come back to it later. I don't want to spend all day trying to figure that out, so oh well. All right, well, we've solved all that, so now, we got the new post. Relay race.
Dios,
and Mr.
¿qué debería hacer?
Oh, finally them. Oops. And if you zoom in, it actually shows like their connections to each other and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. So, let's see, what's our time? Well, I mean, I was gonna play further anyway. I'm just trying to. Should we do Lee wins mission first, or these two dorks? We'll do Jimmy and Carlos's. I like kind of keeping it on level when it comes to like timeline and all that. A relay race and Mr. Quan. My mother had always complained that I never existed or exercised. She would always say that if I ever needed to run away from bad guys, I would be dead in just a few steps. Thanks for the confidence booster, Mom. There's not many bad guys in the world. Or not that many. Yeah, no, there are a lot. Besides, even if there were, I think I could stay in my room and not go outside. Well, what do they say? The way for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. In this information era, after all, as long as I can get information online, I can play with the real world in the palm of my hands. Even I don't think that's a good idea, and that's how I act in my real life. Yet, even though I managed to dodge all the recruiting activities for the school sports meet, my roommate totally ruined my perfect plan. Today was the all-school sports meet. Although I thought I could have made up an excuse like a foot injury so I wouldn't have to sit under a tree, or so that I wouldn't even have to sit under a tree. I could stay in my room and play on my computer. Rocky had me signed up for 400 relay race without even me know about it. And I just stand under the scorching sun. 400 meters? Madness. Last time I was in a race was in still elementary school. I hadn't even hit puberty. I thought I might die on the track today. I assume the emoji is supposed to be him laying on his side. The gun went off. I took it from his hand. I never knew that Rocky was so fast. Our team was actually in first place during his third leg run. Still, why was I finding the final leg? What were people thinking? Open eyes. There was nothing else I could do but run like my life depended on it. The people on the tracks were cheering for me, but I couldn't really tell who they were, but that actually felt pretty great. I was only 50 meters from the finish line and no one caught up with me yet. Open eyes. I must have underestimated myself. Look at me, Mom. My son is about to win a race. Yay! I looked straight ahead to the finish line. Then I saw her. I saw my crush. Oh no! Don't distract me at such a moment. It was too late. I only lost my focus for a second and the tip of my foot tripped over a bump on the track. My entire body left the ground and then my face smashed into the ground like an iron. By the time I got back up, the other teams all run past the finish line. Oh no! Jimmy. Okay. Cool. What a loser. No. Although I just suffered a fire, Pitt Street 99 was still open for business. It was a small and old building. The walls were covered with flyers and graffiti. I walked through the main gate, and I saw a narrow staircase. Saw some small desk at the bottom of the stairs, facing the entrance. A man with spiky hair was sitting behind the desk with his legs crossed. He put down the magazine, which had a woman with big breasts on the cover, and asked what I was doing there. A man after my own heart. I told him that the man in a long black trench coat had told me to come here. Trench coat? Everyone here wears a trench coat. I'm telling you, this is not some place you can just walk in. You better get out of here before I stab you with a knife. Whoa! Calm down, dude! Spiky hair picked up the magazine again. I tried to recall what the guy looked like. White shirt, gray vest, short black hair that was combed to the back. He also had a big guy in a black suit with a scarred face by his side. Scarred face? Mr. Tough? Hold on, does the guy you're talking about have his right hand? Spiky hair put down his magazine, and his legs leaned up towards me and asked quietly, right hand. I couldn't remember exactly, but I don't remember that he'd picked up the phone with his left hand. He shouted upstairs. Mr. Kwan, the guy you've been waiting for is here. I looked up at the staircase with anticipation. However, the man came down was not the one I had met. He was wearing a leather jacket and a pair of sunglasses. He had high cheekbones and looked much older. He took me all the way to the surfboard by the back of his motorcycle. Mr. Kwan spoke very fluent English. He told me that the building we'd just been in was the headquarters of the Black Dragon Gang, the biggest gang in Hong Kong. And the person who told me to come was the second in command of the gang. He had instructed Mr. Kwan to abduct me as a pledge. What? A pledge? What? A gang? I don't think that's what Carlos came here for. He came here to save his sister, not become a gang member. A pledge was a potential candidate to rejoin the gang. But before officially admitting me, Mr. Kwan had to make sure if I was qualified. Mr. Kwan put a gun in my hand. I was stunned. Don't have to do it. If you're not wanting to do this, you can leave right now. You'll just pretend that you've never met me. Mr. Kwan took a small metal box out of his pocket and threw a piece of gum in his mouth. No, I'll do it. I couldn't let go of any chance to find Alicia. Besides, I had a brilliant idea. I went into a convenience store nearby. Most of the goods on the shelves seemed to have been used goods. Some of them were covered with layers of dust. The owner looked like he was over 60. He was reading a book at the counter. It was just the two of us in the store. I walked up to the counter, smashed my left hand down on it, lifted the gun with my right hand, and pointed at his head. I yelled in my meanest voice, "Give me all your money, or I'm going to blow your head open!" Then I whispered to the old man what was going on, making sure that Mr. Kwan wouldn't be able to hear me. I was so nervous, even though I had no intention of robbing him for real. I handed him what was in my hand. Please. The owner put down his book and looked at me pleadingly. We need that money for our hospital bill. I can't give it to you. Everything else in the shop you like is all yours. All yours, please, please. Apparently, it only heard my threats, not my whispers. Tears rolled down my face. I must have lost my mind to be robbing a poor old man like this. Even if it was all fake, I should never have done this. I handed the gun to the owner and oddly told him that I was there and would let him in through. To my surprise, after hearing my story, the owner offered to help me ask about my sister. He even asked if I would be willing to see her and come out in the store. He said I was welcome to stay as long as I didn't mind the little wage he could afford. I gave the old man a hug. Outside the store, Mr. Kwan had already left. I would never see him again. I started working at the store while looking for information on Alicia. Days went by, but I still hadn't heard anything. Lord, what should I do to find my sister? Should I have joined the gang instead? Carlos. That's a tough... How are these two tied to each other? Well, other than just moving the messages around. What's this? In these two letters, there are some special restrictions. Special restrictions? Yes, remember I told you that the white places can be moved anywhere, except past the last black pieces in the letter, of course. Yes, I do remember. When special restrictions are in place, it will no longer be the case. If you put I handed him, and I caught it from both on the left side, then the former has to happen for the latter. Because you can't hand the baton over and then have it back again. Furthermore, if you put the gun when off, piece of the left side too, it has to happen before the match began. So there's another sequence restriction on these places too. All sequences restrictions are labeled by a number. The pieces with the small numbers cannot be placed after pieces with large numbers. Since the aforementioned restrictions only apply to the left side, there's a straight vertical line in the middle of the red diamond, and the numbers marked on the left side of the line. Oh boy, I'm completely lost. That's not all. In addition to the sequence, there are other special restrictions, such as conflict. We'll deal with that when we see it. For now, you'll just need to remember that all the pieces with special restriction will be labeled as a red sign, like this on the other side, right side. Okay, then. I'll try my best to remember them. So, you know, two can't come after 3. Got to follow the numbers and all that fun stuff. So, so yeah, even shows like a red, like you can't do that type of thing. So that makes sense. Interesting. Okay, so what do we got here to figure this one out? This is gonna be fun. Okay. Let's try. Let's see what happens if I do, I don't know, whatever. I don't think that please really matters if that goes, so. Well, we know that's gonna get a bad ending, at least from him because of that, but let's do it anyway. Because we want to figure out all the bad stuff before we do all the good stuff, you know. A dark red hole appeared in the forehead of the owner. Apparently it only heard my threats, not my whispers. No matter how hard I tried to signal him, the old man could not get my hints. Just when I was about to give up, the gun went off by accident. There was blood everywhere. I ran out to the store, completely forgot to put Mr. Kwan, and began running back the way we had come from. Mr. Kwan never tried to catch me. A few people on the street gave me some strange looks. They must have thought that I was a madman. I wasn't mad. I was guilty. I was guilty of killing someone. I had to confess. I must confess. Before sunset, I was sitting in the police station. There were blisters on both of my feet. Lord, I have to confess. Please forgive me. I finally handed the baton off to the next leg. If I had to take one more step, I was going to throw up blood and die right there, right then. Our team was in second place. It was all up to Rocky now. Rocky's had finished the first 200 meters, but something didn't seem right. Had he eaten something bad today? Let's go, Rocky! Go, go, go! I'll buy you ice cream! Now that I'd participated, I wanted us to win too. I couldn't help but start cheering Rocky on. Many of the people around me were cheering for him too. I never knew that participating in this kind of event could actually feel pretty great. Rocky suddenly sped up. He finally ran past Class 2 with 10 meters left. He crossed the finish line first. Well done. We were happily hugging and shoving each other near the finish line. My stomach hurt a little. Can we do barbecue instead of ice cream? You're funny. I pushed Rocky aside and caught a glimpse of someone. It was my crush. Oh. She was looking right at us. Oh. She was smiling. Oh. Wow, I never knew I could get this kind of reward for participating in the meet. Well, ladies like a physical, active man. I felt so happy. So happy. Yeah, as rain for me. Bad day for Carlos. Okay. So, well, we somehow conveniently got the best ending for Duder there, so. Alright, okay, so I took it from his hand. Let's see. Yeah, since it can, on this side it has to be that order, but since on this side it can be whatever, so. Let me see what that gets us. That should get us something. A dark red hole appeared on the forehead of the owner. Everything had been going well. He had accepted my cell phone quietly, which I'd hidden in my left palm when I slammed my hand down on the counter. He had also taken the large few bills out of the drawer and handed them to me. I was about to leave, but the gun went off by accident when I was putting it away. There's blood everywhere. I left the store. I handed the blood-stained plastic bag to Mr. Kwan. How dare you? How dare you play a trick on me? You think the Black Dragon Gang is just a joke? He punched me in the head and knocked me to the ground. Then he gave me several heavy kicks on the stomach. Or to the stomach. The passersby all around hurried away, afraid of being caught in the middle. After Mr. Kwan had left, I walked back to the city with a limp. But before I knew it, I was sitting in the police station. Lord, I have to confess. Please forgive me. Okay, just bad endings for both of them in this case. Okay. Let's do that one. See, since, you know, sometimes removing things can get us different results. So let's see if that gets me. Well, it gets me something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should just try to go for S ranks and just try to finish the game as is, or try to get everything? I don't know. I feel like it's taking way too long for this, but eh. Why not? It's a visual novel. There's not much else I can really do anyway. I was thinking if I wanted to just finish the game quick, beat it, and then just go back and get everything else later. Like, because I assume I could or probably off-screen it or maybe get a... Yeah, whatever. Never mind. Forget it. I hit the only thing available, and I opened my left palm, and I smashed my hand down on the counter. My cell phone. The owner looked at me with across to the window, seemed to understand what was going on. He accepted the cell phone quietly and took a few large bills out of the drawer, which was much more than my phone, and handed it to me. Thank you so much, Mr. Owner. I left the store and handed the plastic bag with money to Mr. Kwan.
I dare play a trick on me. You think the bunch right here is a joke?
Okay, this might be the same. Being caught in the middle. Well, that seemed like the same. Why would there be two different endings with basically the same thing? Huh. Alright, whatever. That seemed like pointless, really. Other than... Well, I mean, the difference is you didn't kill the dude that time. That's it, so... Okay. Anyway. Let's try this. Let's see what that'll get us. Oh, right. Okay. No, I think I... Did I? No, I did do that, didn't I, already? Derp. You know, when you're trying to find everything, you're not paying attention, so... Okay. Okay, so... Get it off. Let's try that. In this case, I still don't think that means... okay. Let's see what that gets. Obviously, it's still gotta be not great. If it goes off, it still kills the dude, right? A Toko pill. Okay. He's suddenly taking a few. Okay, it's slightly different. He had taken a hard barrels of the draw and handed them to me. I was about to leave, but the gun went up by accident while I was pointing it away. Okay, no, that's the same with the store. He checked the money inside. Okay, this is different. He checked the money inside. Then he said I had passed the test. I didn't speak at first. Then I grabbed the bag from Mr. Kwan's hand and began running back to the way we'd come. Mr. Kwan never tried to catch me. A few people on the street gave me some strange looks. They must have thought I was a madman. I wasn't mad. I was guilty. I was guilty. Okay, that repeats. I must confess. Okay, what would I confess? He basically doesn't, and so that's an A rank? Because he gets the money, kills the dude, the guy says it's okay, and then he runs off because of what he did. Huh. Oh, anyway. So we've got... Oh, there's only one. Oh, really? Huh. There's only rank or S or A or with Duder, while you've got multiple ones for Mr. Man here. Okay, anyway. We try that. Okay. See what that'll get me. I think that might be the final one. Hopefully. We'll see. I finally handed the baton off to the next leg. If I had taken one more step, I was gonna throw up and die right there, right then. Okay, this is the same. So it doesn't seem right. You're eating something. Oh, here we go. Are you eating something bad today? In the end, not only did Rocky fail to pass Class 2, he eventually passed Class 4, 10 meters away from the finish line. Ah, that sucked. Although being part of this actually felt pretty great. The owner was so frightened that he was shaking. He immediately took the large few bills out of the drawer and handed them to me. Apparently, he only heard my threats, not my whispers. Looking upon the 60-year-old man with an eagerly wife at home, crying and begging me to spare his life, I could barely hold the tears in myself. Mr. Kwan took the money from my hand with a satisfied look on his face. I was then admitted into the Black Dragon Gang. A few days later, in that evening, I took a motorcycle from somewhere else in the group and came back to the store. I stuffed all the money I had borrowed from the past few days under the rolling door of the store. Sorry, thank you, Mr. Nice. Alright, that's it. Oh, but how do we get... Maybe it's the... Wait, oh, can you only get... I wonder if you can only get one or the other. Let me think. Let me look at that again. History... His was... Oh, this is one of the few ones you can't get. Wonder what that means from Rocky Palin, because that was a red thing. But yeah, you can't get because it says it needs. Please, I took it from his hand and I was handed it to him, and then but I took it from his hand to get to any of his A or S ranks. So, maybe you have to do something from another storyline to get the S rank from him. That'll change it to where you won't need that. So. Well, looks like we've done all the best we can. So, in the next episode of Will, A Wonderful World, we'll tackle back to Li Wen and her strange teacher's tale and see where the story goes next. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.